Men, do you ever get to a point in your life where you feel like you ask yourself the question? Have I created a beautiful chaos? Or have I created a huge rift? Hi, I'm Jesse. Welcome to the Valiant Lifestyle, where you get to choose whether or not you live your life courageously. Why do I ask myself this question? Well, while I was working through some of my programs and within the current coaching that I'm going through, I got to ask myself in my own scripture this morning, my own journaling, whether I created a huge problem for myself or whether I didn't. All the while knowing that I have done something huge for myself as well as my daughter. So that's how it goes. I wondered, plugging into this program that I've been working through, I put in just to discover whether or not I have created a beautiful chaos within her life or whether I've created a huge rift. And what it guided me to do was step up in a massive way. And where I was, because I had this pensive moment wondering where I was if I was still in the relationship with my previous wife. And where it led me to go was still unfulfilled truth. And that made me think, that actually provided profound clarity for me. And that made me realize that when I chose to leave, when I chose to tell my truth, when I chose to do that, it forced me to become a better man and a better father to my daughter. And I had no idea how to do that. I was just growing in those moments, trying to figure out what that was. But it brought me to this point in life. And if it brought me to this point in my life, it's priceless. It's invaluable. Because if I knew then what I know now, then I wouldn't have needed to do what I did. But I needed to break free from the fantasy, the living that I was living for everybody else. I was living without knowing how to live for myself. And what that caused for me was deep resentment within myself, deep anger, and sabotage. And what it did for me was knowing that I had to be this father for my father. It really sharpened my ability to be able to appreciate love her, but myself. Because I got to figure out what that meant for me first. And when I found out what it meant when I was doing it for her, I knew that I had done the work. Because when you start to figure out what it does for other people in your life, like your kids, you start to realize what it's done for you. Because how can you afford yourself the ability to be able to do that if you've not done it for yourself? And maybe there is this place you go where you say, well, I still haven't done it for myself. Then jump right in, my man. Jump right in after it. Go now, because you will put that off until forever. So take the courageous act, whatever that is. That could be telling your truth to your wife, saying you're not happy. But have a plan on how you want to change that. And if it means that you've got to step away from something that you've been living a lie to, which is your own life, then that's something that you might have to as well. But do the courageous thing. It's gonna suck at first. It's gonna be hard. And if you have kids, they're gonna be in there as well. But know that you can become all that you need to be, all that you want to be. And seeing myself now, if I was to tell myself back then, I would still tell myself, you know what, you got to do it. You got to do it because when you get here, it's going to be even better. It's going to be so much better. You got to get through that journey of hardship, of infidelity, of not looking after your health, and in moments not being emotionally present for your kids. But know how important it is, because going through those moments is going to teach you some valuable lessons about how you get to do this better. How you get to do it better. And I don't care who you are right now. If you were there, just to be there, just to be an ATM for your kids, just to go through the minutia of autopilot syndrome, going to work, getting up, slugging yourself through, putting yourself through 2 cups, 3 cups of coffee, only to come home exhausted because you just feel like you've just sold your soul to everybody else, and you haven't even given anything to yourself. Stop lying. Stop doing what you should be doing now, which is telling yourself the truth. Doing the courageous thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm always honest with you. I will be there for you. If it's tough right now for you, my man, I will be there for you. You got to pick up the phone, or you got to send me an email, or you got to go on to my website, thevaliantlifestyle.com, and you got to do that 30-minute call. You just got to do it. You've been pensive about it, thinking about it, pondering what to do. You're in your life in a situation where you think you don't have a plan, you think you don't have any support, but you do, because I'm going to be there for you, because I'm going to show you that this can be done, that you can get everything you want, and you're just getting in your own way. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Let's do this.